Old Trafford arrived wearing expectation like a second skin, the stands a living tide ready to roar, and within 13 minutes that roar turned into a long, incredulous exhale when Arsenal found a way to nick the game. Ricardo Calafieri met Declan Rice's corner at the back post and nodded home the only goal of a low-scoring, high-tension opener that left United staring at what might have been. The finish felt less like the end of a worked move and more like the consequence of one fragile evening, defining moment. Alte Bayendier, thrust into the spotlight while Andre Onana recovers, misjudged the flight and could only palm the ball into danger, the kind of lapse that rewrites headlines and conversations for days, yet to reduce the night to only that clip is to miss the texture of a match that asked uncomfortable questions of both teams. Ruben Amorim's Manchester United arrived with a blueprint: press high, overload the channels, and hunt quick transition. On the evidence of bursts across 90 minutes, they executed that approach with intensity, creating chances and registering a barrage of attempts that underlined a new, more aggressive identity. Still, the cruel maths of football are unforgiving. 20 attempts and no finish is a stark, silent ledger that turns promise into frustration. Arsenal, meanwhile, looked like a side still tuning itself. New faces finding degrees of connection, a striker seeking rhythm, and a team that alternated between tense defence and clumsy territory in possession. What they did have, though, was method when dead balls arrived, set-piece delivery, physical presence in the box, and the kind of organised chaos that turns corners into goals. In front of goal, David Raya's presence imposed a calm that mattered. Several reflex stops and timely interventions altered the match's momentum and ensured Arsenal's fragile advantage remained intact when United came closest. Those saves transformed potential oscillations into a narrow but precious result for the visitors. Ruben Amorim's post-match tone mixed frustration with cautious optimism. He defended his selection, pointed to encouraging patterns in pressing and ball control, and asked for the small margins that decided this fixture to be placed in the context of a longer project rather than judged on one weekend alone. For Manchester United, the narrative splits. There are real signs to build on: midfield composure at moments, shape in transition, and an appetite to attack. But there's also an urgency to convert volume into quality, to take the chances that now evaporated into statistical frustration. For Arsenal, the script is different. A reminder that a team need not be wholly fluent to secure 3 points when set-piece craft and concentration align, and that such tidy advantages may be the thin margins that decide title races over 9 months. This fixture will not define either club's season by itself, but it is a loud early note. One corner, one miscue, and an evening in which momentum and narrative slipped in ways both clubs must now examine. As fans spill out and pundits sharpen their clips, the true test will be how each side responds in the week ahead, whether United can turn pressing into potency, and whether Arsenal can convert the kind of ugly, valuable wins into a consistent tempo. The season is long. Tonight was only the first instructive chapter.